Hey everybody, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I started this channel about 3 years ago doing horoscopes twice a month, and I did that for about a year, and then I stopped for about a year and a half, and now I am being pulled back to doing them once a month again. So thanks for being here. What I normally do is let flip-flop, I'm having a hard time saying that today, flip, fly, or fall, anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards, and I check to see if it's life, love, health, happiness, and then kind of fill in the gaps with different oracle cards. So this is going to be the Scorpio reading, and so far we've got 2 of Pentacles and 7 of Cups in the reverse. So I'm going to say, first off, you are trying to make a decision between 2 things. Before you had lots of options, and now you've narrowed it down to 2 things. I feel like this might be between 2 people because we have a King of Wands that just popped up, and Temperance, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this feels like it's a love reading. Let me get 1 more or 2 and see. 5 of... You know what? I read that as a 2 of Pentacles. That was actually a 5 of Pentacles. But I'm sticking with what I said. You are trying to make a decision about something. There are no accidents. And it is to bring in emotional fulfillment. So I'm going to stick with that. While this is a 5 of Pentacles, I'm sticking with my 2 of Pentacles. As we say, there are no mistakes. That flew out of my mouth for a reason. This is the 7 of Cups in reverse. So you had a lot of options at one time. You have narrowed it down. And since the King of Wands came up, I am feeling like this is in the love department. Maybe you are out dating a lot, doing, you know, the casual dating, and you have ran into 2 people that you really, really like. And at this point in time, you're kind of going back and forth in your head. Which one is going to be around the longest and put the most balance in your life? Queen of Cups, there was a point in time where you were very emotional about this decision. And now you are not emotional about it anymore. You are in a logical, you're like logically thinking about this. The emotions are gone. Now you are logically thinking about which one is going to fit in your life the best. 9 of Cups, that makes me feel like you're like, neither one of them are perfect, but either one of them could get me as close to my wish fulfilled as possible. Interesting. This feels a little bit like, in case you've ever watched The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, you know how they narrow it down to the 2 people at the end and then they have to have a conversation. This kind of feels like that kind of a scenario. You have 2 people in your life and now you're trying to figure out what to do. Okay, so next I'm going to just say, what emotions are you either currently feeling or have been feeling about this whole thing, just to make sure that I'm on the right path here. The first one that came up was panicky. So that just makes me feel like you're kind of like, oh my God, I got to have a conversation with somebody. I'm a little freaked out about it. You're not sad about this. You're not depressed about it. It's not a case of negative emotions. You're not having any negative emotions around this situation, but there is a little bit of anxiety coming in about having these conversations, having to have the talk with somebody, possibly hurting somebody's feelings. I just got the irritated card, and I feel like one of them is bugging you. One of them is trying to force you to make a decision now. Kind of like, I'm going to take my offer away from you if you don't make your decision now. This could also have to do with a job. This could also have to do with you have 2 job offers on the table. You're like, God, this is great. I've got 2 to pick from, and either one of them would be equally as equal opportunities and equally as good. They're completely different offers. They're completely different people. But one of them is pushing you harder to make a decision. They're like, you know what? You need to make your mind up now. And you are trying to go in and make a logical decision and not try to do it from emotions, because in the past you have done things from emotions and it hasn't always worked out in your favor. So you are like, kind of like you've gone within and you're like, I need to think about this. Long term, how is this going to benefit me? Which one is going to be the best bet for me? Longing, yearning, wistful, homesick. That makes me think that one of the opportunities is going to take you away from home. And that's part of whether it is a relationship or whether it is a job offer. One of them is going to take you away from home. And so you're wondering about, that's one of the things that you keep playing in your head. It feels like a definite split. One of them is close to home, one of them is far away, and you are trying to decide which one is going to make you the happiest. There's a lot of stuff going on with this situation. Resentful. I feel like you're like, why couldn't they just both be here at home? Why do I have to make a choice? That is what I'm feeling. It's kind of like, why do I have to make a choice? Why couldn't it have just been one? It's like before, sometimes having to make that decision is hard. And now you're like, kind of like, God, why do I have to make a choice? Let me see. What's my next question? And which cards do I want to use? Because I have them all out on the table. Give me a second here. For some reason, I'm wanting to use these. Okay, so what question do I want to... Okay, I'm going to say, what do you need to take into consideration? What are things that you need to take into consideration if you are juggling between 2 people, 2 jobs, 2 locations? I'm just going to say, what kind of things do you need to take into consideration that might help make the decision? So look at this reading as perhaps you will get your answer out of it. What kind of things do you just need to take into consideration? Whoa! Woo! I got them flying out. So the first one is fear. So there is a lot of fear coming up. The spring card came up, and it is spring right now. But I feel like this is off in the future. Okay, so that goes along with one of them's ready for you right now, and one of them won't be ready for you until a little bit later down the road. So that's like one of the things that's kind of irritating you. It's like you're like hesitating. It's like maybe the one that's off in the future is the really the one you want, but you've got one saying, I've got an offer for you right now, and it's maybe not the one that you're really hoping for. Observer. What does that mean? I feel like you're trying to put yourself in the observer mode again and keep your emotions out of it and do it very logical and kind of step away from the situation and go, okay, this one has all of these good things. This one has these good things. This is the bad about this one, and this is the bad about this one. And you're doing that back and forth in your head of they're very equal in so many ways. And that's what's the hard part is like neither one are super, super good. Neither one are super, super bad. And you're like just trying to Okay, family. All right. Family is, okay. And it also fell underneath kind of the longing card. I feel like family is putting a bug in your ear too, because family doesn't want you to leave, or family is encouraging you thing and you're trying to shut them out. You're trying to keep them from having any say in this because you're afraid they're going to sway you in the wrong direction. Keep this in mind. Anytime outside sources give you advice, it is usually for their benefit. They're trying to have it benefit them in the long run, not necessarily you. So if one job is from out of town and your mom's like, no, don't take that one because it's out of town. She's doing that because she doesn't want her baby to be so far away from her. They're not going to be able to see her anymore. So family is trying to weigh in on this decision, and while you are trying to take them into consideration, you are trying not to let them have as much say in this as they are trying to do. What else are you having to deal with right at the moment? Surrender. That would be surrender to the universe. You need to kind of step back and maybe like kind of take a step back and let the universe kind of let things fall into place. If you're having that much trouble making this decision, maybe letting the universe make the decision for you would be the best. And sometimes not making a decision is making a decision, and letting one person or one offer come off the table because you didn't say yes or no to anybody. And then the last card is ascending. Oh God, my nose itches. I feel like that is saying that you are looking at this from a different point of view, a higher point of view than you would have ever done before. Before, you would have let your ego in on this, and your ego would have been like, oh my God, this one job, it's gonna pay me so much more, and it's got a really good title to the job, or this guy or girl over here is going to make me look really good as we walk down the street. Whatever the case is, in the past, you would have let your ego do the talking. And because you are ascending and you are not letting your ego get you into a bad situation, because a lot of times the ego does that, they're like going, I want to drive this car because it's going to make me look good. Yet it's way too expensive. The insurance is expensive. The repair bills are expensive, and you get yourself in over your head because you were trying to make yourself look good. You're not doing that in this case. You are trying not to let your ego chatter direct you in any way. Again, you're looking at this very logically. You're not letting your emotions get in the way. Good for you. That's a good place to be. Let's see, what else do I have? I want to do I got one more thing, I think, and it'll be like words of wisdom from the universe. Any last words that the universe can tell you that might help you with this dilemma, this offer, this decision? Last words from the universe. Whoa. Okay, the first one that came up is there's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under a perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. I love this reading. Life purpose. Okay, the purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. That's like really hard to read because of the contrast. And then the last one, well, I've got two more I want to do. This one says, listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears as quickly and clearly. This is your request to you. Listen. This is our request to you. Listen. So hopefully you're doing a lot of meditating and going in deep and feeling into your body and your gut about if there's any red flags about either option. This is a good reading. I feel very tapped in, and I like that when that happens. Okay, let's get at least one, if not two more. Any other last words from the universe? Oh, we got two more. So one is be honest with yourself. We've kind of had this conversation the whole way through. I feel like you are being pretty honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. Okay, and then the next one, or the last one. Man, I got a frog today. Ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you can become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. All right, so if you haven't gotten the gist of this, the universe is trying to help you with your 10 of Cups. They are trying to help you get your wishes fulfilled. Let them help you. Don't try to make a decision without the universe's help. And quiet your mind, do some meditations. Do not listen to outside chatter who may have their best interest in mind that could mess with your head and mess with your decisions. Make this decision only yours, and what is best for you, not what is best for anybody else. And I feel like that is the message. And I hope to see you in July. Thanks for being here. Talk to you later. Bye.